Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else. Unscripted, unadulterated, no totals.
That's right, welcome to the Total Stickcast. My name's Paul Johnson, I'm a freelance writer, author, blogger, and, some other stuff. I think I made a podcast once upon a time, too. You can find out more about me at everythingpaul.net. But, with me, for the first time in a long time, guess what? The whole fucking crew is back! So today, I am joined by the Simon and Theodore to my chipmunks, the Kelly Rowland and Michelle Williams to my Queen Bee. I tease you, I'm no Beyonce. It's Ryan Blair and Terry Savage!
Hey-oh! I'm really confused about that intro, but hey, I'll take it. Hey.
I'm okay with it.
Okay, good. You're the other two members of my girl band. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Get down with your bad self. All right, so we're here today for, well, a number of things, actually. This marks 1 year of the Total Stickcast as of yesterday.
All
Yes.
right.
Freaking A. And today we are doing a day drinking too. So on September 28th of last year, me and Ryan got drunk and made a podcast together, seeing if we could finish our allotted booze in 2 hours and what that would do to a show. And, it was cruel and evil because, we didn't even include Terry in that. And he said, hey, guys, why the hell didn't you include me in your drunken shenanigans? I said, I'm sorry. So today, for our 1 year, we're getting drunk again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get back to my normal self. That's why I'm drinking Caesars, so.
Okay, good plan. Have you guys started pre-drinking?
Well,
Yes.
I'm currently drinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
But-
pre-gamed. Well,
Okay.
you said one drink, so I just finished the last of my first drink and have just cracked my second.
Same.
Okay, yeah, that's where I'm at too. My goal is to, I don't know how much liquor you guys have. I got 2 bottles of wine for 2 hours.
Okay, well, I
My
have
God.
8 beers. I got more upstairs, but I got 8 beers. I got
Okay.
another 4 in the fridge, so...
I got 6 Caesars.
Okay.
Down 1.
I did 6 beer on the last day drinking. So now, how often, Ryan, you drink semi-regularly, right?
More
To a-
than semi-regularly, yes.
To a clinical definition of the word? Okay.
I'm a raging alcoholic, according to a clinical definition.
Okay. Well, at least you're admitting it, so that's step 1. Terry, so how often are you drinking these days, really?
I was sober for January and February, and then I started ramping up my liver to get ready for Mexico, because I was day drinking in Mexico. I had 3 rum and cokes before 10 a.m. It was wonderful there.
Oh,
Now,
snap.
I'm still in a post-vacation funk, so I did want to do another sober streak, and I was fuck that.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, so I had a fun weekend of being pretty drunk, and
Okay.
now it's Sunday, and now I'm paying for it, so that's why I'm drinking Caesars.
Okay, gotcha. Hey, I like Caesars. There's nothing wrong with Caesars. I myself have not drank since the last day drinking. So, because I am not the drinking type.
Well,
I'm the smoking type. I smoke pot during nearly every episode now. But yeah, so which leads to great podcasting. But I'm not the drinking type. So this is a step outside the box for me. So the results could be mixed. It could be a frightening day. I have trivia for you guys. I have word of the day, one for each of you.
awesome.
Word of the week, I guess. I have some. I thought maybe if things really began to cruise downhill, we might play some Would You Rather.
All
So
right.
yeah, so I mean,
Oh.
I got things. I got stuff, and I got things.
I've seen the movie, and I hope they're better choices.
Would You Rather is a movie?
Yeah. You haven't seen Would You Rather?
No.
I
Oh
haven't
my God.
either.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, you basically, the choices, and I can't remember all the choices, but essentially, you had the choices to either stick a scalpel in your eyeball or cut off a finger. That was Would You Rather. That was how this game is played. It was gruesome, man. It was great.
It's
One of
like
those
sounds
Saw
like
type movies.
Saw. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It sounds like Saw by somebody who wasn't good at naming things.
It was a little bit like Saw, because it's just all these people get invited to this like dinner party. So they end up having this like great dinner and drinks, and it's this beautiful home, and then the games begin, and like things are covered in plastic, and that's what it was. It was, you could either like things like, would you rather cut off your own finger or shoot this guy in the leg? Right? So it was hurt somebody or hurt yourself, and these were the choices. So yeah, it was tense, man.
Very soft.
It was tense.
Very soft.
Yeah.
Sounds. Yeah. They I don't know. Did you know they made 3 human centipedes?
Yes.
Yes. I have not seen a single one.
Too many. That's too many.
That's 3 too many.
The first one is as gross and horrifying as you kind of think it is, kind of. But after that, it gets really meta, and it's like people who have watched the human centipede trying to make the human centipede and shit like that.
Oh,
it was, okay. I mean, it's kind of a stretch to say I really enjoyed the first one, because
be honest.
I pretty much watched it with one eye closed because it was just that fucking twisted. But they just got worse. and then I think it was, I can't remember if it was 2 or 3. It's like the woman escapes and then and jumps in a car, and she's probably gives birth to the baby right on the floor. And then she's trying to get out of there, and then she like tromps on the brake or something, and the baby's head's under there and squashes the baby's head. And
What?
it like pops like a zit. So Terry, you might like that. and like it was just fucking, I mean, it just got more and more twisted. More and more twisted, yeah. And then I guess what was the third one was the prison, where they had like 300 people sewn together.
Yes, it's too many people. They were just zigzag, just folded into this
But do you
room.
think, like, okay, so have you thought about this? Like, I mean, do you think this would work?
No.
No.
Not even with just 2 people. Nope.
In sync, no. Because the nutrient level would break. It would be insufficient for everybody after, at best, number 2. If you were feeding them super, super high nutrient foods, it would, after number 2, at best, it would be a waste.
Like, I
No
mean,
pun intended.
I don't think 200 or 300 people would work, because you gotta think one person eats a certain amount and shits a certain amount. So the next person eats that shit, and then, they probably shit less, and then less, and then less, the further down, until the point where just no one's getting nothing. So that I can understand, and obviously the nutrients, unless you're, I don't know, eating hay or something. But I wonder, like, the original, it was 3 people, I believe. 3 or 4 people in the first centipede. Like, I wonder if you could make that a viable thing. Because if you could, I bet you that would be a crazy kink thing.
Well, everything's a crazy kink thing.
But that would be up there with the guy who swims in your fucking septic tank and eats your poo. Have you seen this? Terry, did Paul send you this video of the guy swimming in a septic tank?
I don't want to watch it.
It was horrible.
I'm having an existential crisis right now. I'm day drinking and discussing the plausibility of the human centipede. What am I doing with my life right now?
Right?
And it's only like 4 minutes in.
That's a good point. But I mean, he sends me this, and then I find the actual ad on Facebook, like, weeks later. And so this guy's got a post on Craigslist of him in a septic tank. And he's like, hey, I love septic tanks. I like poop, and I'll pay you $150 to swim in your septic tank for an hour.
Well, that's an easy $150.
No shit.
Yeah, no shit.
He wears like a skin-tight suit, like kind of like latex, but not. Like skin-tight protective suit, and he goes in there and just like he washes it over himself, and he loves it. He's almost so happy that you're like, it's 10% less gross because you enjoy it so much.
No.
Well, and I was... the thing that bothered me the most, like, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, if you want to swim around and shit, that's one thing, okay? But he actually, his eyes and his mouth were bare.
We're accessible, yeah.
So, and he's like rubbing his eyes the shit out.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm just like, that can't be good for your eyeballs. And then he's like spitting it out of his mouth because he's getting this. So, and it's not like this. It's just like a little, like, oh, just get that out of there. And then-
Imagine you just dove into a warm spring and you're coming up refreshed and rejuvenated
Yes!
with life. Yes!
Yes!
I don't want to think about it.
So, yeah, now that we're off to that incredibly highbrow start. So you've been off in Mexico, Terry.
Yeah, I was in Mexico a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Okay, you were there with the wife?
I was there with the wife and the whole family. My side of
Okay.
the family. Yeah.
Awesome. So how's it going getting your wife into the country, man?
Soon. Very soon.
I'm rooting for you guys.
Yes. She'll be coming up in June to officially land and become a permanent resident, and then we'll be moving her in September.
See, and I know nothing of it. Where is she from?
Orlando.
Oh, she's from the U.S., okay.
She's in the U.S., so we were doing the paperwork last year, and that was just annoying. Just there was so much paperwork. It was like a 2-pound application when I finally mailed it off.
How long has the process been from start to, obviously you know where the finish line is, so how long of a process has it been?
Since we sat down and started the paperwork, it's been a year so far, so it'll be about a year and a half.
That's crazy.
We mailed the paperwork August 2nd, and she got her notice for her confirmation of permanent residency in January or February. Yes, February.
So how
So-
often is she allowed to come here? And how long can she stay for?
As long as she wants. Depends on, when she comes up here, she comes on just like a visitor's visa, right? She just crosses the border. Right, and it's you're allowed to be here for 6 months, and you can extend that as well. But she can't work yet because she doesn't have a working visa.
That's right, yeah.
So once she gets her permanent residency, then we can sign her up for a SIN number and then get a bank account, and then we're planning to do all that in June. Get a head start on the kind of financial side of things so she can start applying for jobs.
So I think the one question that I have and all our listeners at this point will have is she coming up here to steal our jobs?
Yes.
Just wanted to get that out there.
Yeah.
And how many of them is she personally planning on smuggling back there?
Oh, about 5 or 6. Yeah.
Okay.
She's gonna take her jobs and smuggle them back to the States.
Sounds good. Okay.
Damn it!
Perfect.
Those were probably the 5 or 6 jobs that I qualified for. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh
I
well,
feel ya.
you know.
I feel ya. Wow. Well, I guess speaking of smuggling things, I saw a guy steal a whole bunch of shit from the grocery store the other day.
Huh. Like what?
And he was doing very poorly at it. Whatever he had under his jacket at the time I saw him, because I was just cruising through the grocery store with my cart. That's a whole other thing. I take forever to shop. Anyways, I was just cruising along and I saw him, and whatever he had under his jacket was big enough that he had to hold it there. So if you can imagine, he's got it covered by his jacket, but he has to hold it with the other hand. So he's not being stealthy at all. He's obviously stealing it. And he sees me, and he takes about 4 steps past me. He sees that I see what he's doing. I don't want to report him. I want to help him because he's doing terribly. And so he sees me, he takes about 4 steps past me, then he turns around and kind of books her out of the aisle. Gets out of sight. Whatever. I don't care. You know what? If you're stealing food, do you. So I get through the till, I do that, I leave. I'm on my way out, and he's across this kind of this little pathway, sort of, that's across the parking lot. And he's on the other side of there. And he has so much stuff. And he's gotten out of there with, he's got, and all innocent enough shit, he's got, a loaf of bread and some lunch meat. The dude clearly just wants to eat. Right. But he's got so much, cause, it's so much stuff for 2 hands, because he's got a loaf of bread, he's got lunch meat, he's got, butter, he's got a few other things, and he's, juggling all these things, trying to figure out what the fuck to do with them. It's dude, get good before you get fast. I don't know, start with the start with the butter tart from the deli, and then, from the bakery and work your way up. Yeah, exactly. That's a lot of shit for somebody who made it look so hard. I would be impressed if I had no idea you got out of there and you started pulling food out of your pants. But, Jesus Christ, man, you made that look hard. But that's a thing that I witnessed. I don't know.
That's because he's a fiddle hippie.
That's because he's a fiddle hippie, yeah, like me.
Yeah, like you.
Yeah, Terry, I got accosted by some homeless gentleman. I guess I should ask you, have you listened to the show at all since you've been away?
I've not been, no.
Okay, that's fair. That's fine. Nobody listens to the show.
I was running on, all pistons in March, and was just set in such a schedule, I had no room for anything.
Okay, no, fair enough. So I got accosted, in a friendly way, by a group of 3 a group of two that met a group of one, homeless people, and they apparently I'm a fiddle hippie. You recognize me right away because he knows a fiddle hippie when he sees one, and I'm a fiddle hippie.
You're a fiddle hippie.
It wasn't necessarily a bad thing, more a matter of camaraderie and brotherhood. But I'm apparently a fiddle hippie.
What the hell is a fiddle hippie?
We to this day have no idea.
We can't find it anywhere. Anytime we try to Google this shit, it brings
There's
up
no
hippies
reference.
playing fiddles.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
I think it means gypsy.
Oh!
We never thought of that.
If you're a fiddle hippie, you're a gypsy.
Fucking hell, I feel enlightened. Okay, why? Cite your sources, Mr. Savage. No, what? What?
I am citing my brain. That's about it. It just makes sense. If you're a fiddle hippie, you're a gypsy.
You just feel like that's what it means.
That's exactly what it means. I am 100% sure.
Really?
So,
well, maybe.
In that situation, do you feel like being a gypsy applied to what he was trying to explain?
Well, you know what? I don't think, because hadn't I just got my hair cut?
Yes.
Yeah, so no, I don't think I look like a gypsy, because you see, Terry, what you don't know about me right now, I have both sides of my head shaved, then I have the top long the way it was, like it has been, and then it's like cut in with like pinstriping on both sides, so then I can comb it over to either side to do like that wave, or I could have it up in a mohawk if I wanted. It's too defined and crafted of a haircut to call me a gypsy.
Modern gypsy.
Wow, that was a silence that makes me think I've overstepped my bounds. Alright, so maybe I look like a gypsy. I'm sorry. Maybe that's the gypsy haircut. That's the feeling I have right now. Like, I have the gypsy haircut and I'm the only person that doesn't know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Like y'all are just sitting there going, well, yeah, of course, that's the international haircut of the gypsy. Fuck, how do we tell them? This is so awkward.
Well, now we need to start Googling gypsy haircuts.
Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that an oxymoron? I'm sorry, that was horrible.
Gypsy haircuts.
They're not bad people. Have you ever seen Thinner? Have you ever read Thinner?
Yeah, I've seen I've seen it.
I've read it. I think I've seen it, maybe. But anytime I read Stephen King and then watch Stephen King, I'm always disappointed watching it. If I just watch it, I'm good. Like Sleepwalkers, I don't even know if it was a book, but I've never read it. I love it. But Needful Things, I hate the fucking movie because I read the book. Thinner, I hate the fucking movie because I read the book.
So then what is your opinion on the new Pet Sematary?
I have not seen it.
But just the idea that there is a remake of Pet Sematary.
I'm weary, but given that Stephen King's still kind of vibrant and up there, and I feel like he would be involved in it enough that hopefully it's not going to be hopefully it is terrifying, but hopefully it's not terrifying for the wrong reasons. Hopefully it's not a train wreck.
Well, somebody had posted something, Facebook's fantastic.
Love it.
I had seen somebody had done a side-by-side screen of the old one and the new one, and it's almost looking like it's like just an exact remake.
You're looking for a shot-for-shot remake. That's the term.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Yeah.
And so if that's the case, I'd be disappointed because Psycho did that, and it was horrible.
Yeah,
right.
It was also Vince Vaughn, right?
Yeah,
so.
Vince Vaughn. Yeah,
yeah.
I thought that was interesting casting. Yeah.
Ew.
So, yeah, and I mean, Pet Sematary. I thought that the original was quite good.
Yeah, it's a little dated nowadays, but it was. Still
Yeah,
good.
Absolutely.
But for its time, yeah, fair enough.
For its time, I thought it was quite good, and so yeah, no, I'm interested because I really hope. I just really hope that it's not a shot for shot. I would be disappointed. I think when filmmakers are doing shit like that, I think it's an absolute waste of consumers' money.
Yeah. I can see that.
I think it's a waste.
People get excited for this shit. People go, fuck yeah, that was a great premise. That was awesome. And the people that sit there and think, oh shit, this had so much more potential, and this, people are excited to go and they want to see it, and then they leave groaning, and it's just, so it's a waste to do a shot for shot, but that's just me, my opinion.
And I mean, somebody greenlights this shit, of course. Somewhere there's a studio that's taken this, but on the same token, I also feel like it's a waste. I mean, not to, I don't know what the word for this is, but I mean, not to root for the big guy or anything, but I feel like it's a waste of industry money too, for fuck's sake. Like, I mean, if you're not doing something original, you're just remastering something essentially, and then, I mean, I guess the upshot is you're creating jobs, but I mean, it's like a waste of resources, creatively speaking.
But it's at the end of the day, it's just a cash grab, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, they put it together. It's easy to put together because they've got the script, they've got the scenes, they've got, you know, they know what they're doing. So they come in, they bang it off in a couple months, and then they make $100 million.
What,
Capitalism.
Well, yeah, no doubt. I was gonna ask you, is there a movie, I don't know, I want to use the word passionate about, but then I want to push this conversation in a direction, so I don't know what I mean by this, but is there a movie you're very passionate about, Terry? Is there a movie that's like the movie to you? Is there something you have strong feelings about? Maybe you hate it a lot, even?
You totally caught me on a brain fart. I was like, I know I've got something about this. I got a favorite movie. I just can't remember it. It's not that important, apparently.
Think about it for a second. Ryan, what movie, because you're really into movies, so I know that you have, like, you probably have a lot of things lined up for this to an extent, that or it's impossible to pick. But what movie do you think you've seen the most, or what movie has, like, a unique spot for you?
Oh, shit. Fuck, that's tough, because, I mean, the two that would come to my mind would be Aliens, so Alien 2.
Yeah!
And all three of Back to the Future.
Oh!
You know, I could agree with that.
Yeah, those to me would be the two movies, whatever, it's 4 movies, but those would be the movies that I would likely say I've watched the most in my life, and to this day still enjoy.
Yes. Who doesn't enjoy Back to the Future?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you meet someone that doesn't know Back to the Future, they haven't watched it, and it's like, well, how the fuck did you learn about time travel?
Right?
Yeah.
Right,
yeah. It was very informative sci-fi kind of stuff.
I mean, and Back to the Future, I mean, let's be honest, it started something, right? I mean, it got people talking about time travel. It branched into so many areas of life, including science.
Right.
Right, the science field. Look at the epicness of the DeLorean. They're bringing DeLorean back in production. For 2020, I believe, is when the new DeLorean rolls off. Rolls out of the factory. 2020 or 2021, one of the two. I read this. And I was excited about this. You know? Yeah. Because,
and that would be a totally forgotten thing if it wasn't for that. It would be Edsel, or it would be whatever.
Well, and it would be Edsel, because the DeLorean never gained any steam. Right? No. I mean, it was essentially, you know, like Doc Brown built his bomb for the Libyans, was the DeLorean was nothing more than a bunch of fucking spare parts.
Yeah.
Pinball parts thrown into a car. I mean, there was GM, Ford, Dodge, I mean, they just took everything and threw it into a car, and it just didn't take off. Nobody wanted it, right? And so now they're crazy sought after, right? People are paying $500,000 for one in good shape. You know? Right? So I mean, it's really something that, in Back to the Future, it's stood the test of time. Like, it's the shirts, brand new shirts. Like, I just bought a Back to the Future shirt the other day. Right? Like, you know, and like, it's still, clothing's still being produced, posters, you know, all kinds of different things from the movie are still being produced. And, you know, and I think it's also stood the test of time because anybody who follows the life of Michael J. Fox, right? You know, I mean, that was a big thing, big movie for him. And now he's super twitchy. You
might say it's the secret of his success.
Oh,
there's
God.
a deep fucking cut. Bam! Okay. Anyways, you know, Back to the Future. Okay, first of all, there's a scene in one of them, I don't even know which one it is, where he takes off his pants and he's just down to his boxers, and I owned that same pair of boxers at some point. And I know that because every year Facebook reminds me of the day that I discovered that and I posted it. Second of all, I just finished rewatching all the Back to the Futures like 2 weeks ago, so this is super relevant, yeah. I just thought I'd drop that in there, I don't know why.
Awesome.
Yeah, so, I don't know, okay, so for me, movies, I didn't watch Back to the Future when I was a kid, like, I kinda did in reruns or whatever, or, like, as a TV thing on TBS or whatever, but it wasn't a big part of my childhood. 2 movies that were RoboCop and The Crow.
RoboCop, yeah.
Which dates
I'd buy
me.
that for $1.
Yeah, which makes me feel young in this current group of, no, it makes me feel young next to Ryan. But,
That's hurtful, man.
But yeah.
Most people are young next to me, though, so.
Well, I'm just saying. Anywho's. I just feel like I'm dating myself, because as soon as I say that, I feel like you have this knee-jerk reaction of like, holy fuck, I was in college when that kid, like, not, you only have 10 years on me, but still, like, I feel like,
but
yeah.
there is, especially as I get older, there are so many things that come up that make me go, holy fuck.
Yeah. Okay, O.J. Simpson. That's one for me. That's one for me. Because in my household, like, my wife is 5 years younger than me. And I don't know if I've talked about this on the show before, but it's insane! The 5 years between 1988 and 1993, like, it's not even during that time period so much happened, but during the time period that those kids were growing up, so much shit happened. Like, and I remember coming home from school every day and O.J. Simpson was on the television. My parents were following it fucking consistently. Omar Gaddafi would be on the television constantly. All these things. And, like, my wife, no fucking clue about really O.J. other than pop culture references and me being like, you don't remember that? Like, but for me, I grew up watching it on the television. I grew up during that trial. That trial is a central part of my childhood. It's an anchoring clarity of my childhood, that trial. Like, I don't know if that means anything. I thought I'd say that. But no, it is. It's incredible, the difference that a few years makes. And we're talking about 10 years here and stuff. And Terry, I'm sorry, I forget exactly how old are you?
I am turning 30 in September.
There we go, okay.
Yeah,
I knew you were a wee
30.
bit younger than me. I knew you were a wee bit younger than me, but I didn't want to be like 28?
A wee bit.
Question mark? Yeah, a wee bit. Yeah, you're like a couple months younger than me. Yeah. No, a year and a couple months, should I say. Because I turned 31 in March. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So a year and a couple months
This is the dirty 30 this year. I never thought it'd happen. Here I am.
No shit. Yeah. I really didn't think it would happen to me either. Fuck. Like I said, RoboCop was a quintessential part of my childhood. I thought I'd be dead by now for sure. Like, I was 100% sure I would be. And The Crow. I loved The Crow. Did anybody have a connection to The Crow? Do you remember that movie? Did you enjoy it?
I actually just watched it the other day. Again.
I have never watched The Crow, and I know you're raining on me. I know it's important. I need to watch it. It's on that metaphorical list I have somewhere. I'm gonna watch it on Sky Day, and Sky Day is that magical day I made up in the week where I put all the things I need to do.
What the fuck? Okay, wait. I need clarity on Sky Day. Why is it called Sky Day?
It's the day. It's that day of the week where you're gonna get to it, right?
Like you achieve your pie in the sky dreams?
No. I just called it Sky Day. I wasn't it could be Blur's Day. I don't know.
Blur's Day. What the
Blur's
fuck?
Day.
What? Okay, that's gonna be a day where I just listen to Blur all day long. That's
yeah,
all.
but it's a made up day. It's the day you're gonna get everything done, right?
Yeah,
it's
fair
that
enough.
day you're gonna catch up on all those movies you gotta watch. It's that day where you're finally gonna fold your laundry. I'll do it on Blur's Day or Sky Day or one of those days, you know.
I'm sorry, I'm just getting emotional because I can't imagine having a day like that. I'm sorry, I'm overwhelmed. I'd love to catch up.
Xanax, buddy. Take a Xanax.
Fuck, I'd love to catch up. I'd love to have a drug habit too, like Xanax, like I used to. That wouldn't allow me to worry about things. That would be great. That would be great. That's why we're day drinking today.
You'd love a drug habit. That is a fucked up thing to say.
What? I wish I had a drug
here
habit.
today.
What? Sorry, say that again.
You heard it here today.
Yeah. I'm here today because I don't have a drug habit.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Fair enough.
For a movie that I'm passionate about, I absolutely loved Mad Max Fury Road when that came out. And just because it's all real. That's all real effects in that movie.
Yes.
That's something I really appreciate in that. And people say it's a really dumb plot, and I'm just like, who gives a fuck? It's a super entertaining movie.
Yeah, no, it is. That's not, so that is the sequel to Mad Max, right?
It's in the same universe, I guess.
Okay, but it's not is it the new one?
Yes.
Yeah, the new one.
The whole Mad Max,
okay.
I mean, the thing you gotta understand is Mad Max came out in the 80s? Late 70s, Mel Gibson.
Was 79.
79.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, and they've done, it's really, I mean, if you actually go through and watch all the movies, they don't really connect.
No.
No,
Okay.
you know,
They get more and more post-apocalyptic as you watch them.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, like Terry said, all the movies were in the same universe, but it's not like they were sequels to the last.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, fair enough. Okay.
There's no continuity between the movies.
No.
Do you know the original Mad Max? And I know I've talked about this on the show for sure before. The original Mad Max, though, is the most profitable film of all time.
I think we did discuss this.
Really? I did
think-
not know that.
Yes.
Yeah,
it
because
is.
they spent like $5 to make it.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm surprised in the order that reaction went. I would have expected Ryan to know it and Terry, you to be like, oh really? But that went the other way. That's awesome. Yeah, no, it was $350,000 to make.
Holy
It
shit.
grossed $100 million box office.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's
Well,
pretty
okay,
fucking
but you know
dope.
what? I'd like to know the stats then on Blair Witch, the original Blair Witch, because they
Not
spent,
as good.
They spent $30,000 to make that movie.
But I think Blair Witch did better after itself than it did in the theaters. Let me see.
Yeah,
I got
maybe.
Blair Witch up right now.
The home video market.
Yeah, it was also the first of sort of that style.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It was, yeah. It did
was the
shit
first of
in the
its
box
style.
office. It did
The
shit in the
found
box
footage.
office.
Yeah.
45.2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
fuck.
fuck.
45 million after spending $30,000. I think that's a win.
And for something that they tried to convince us, and I mean, honestly, I think that's probably a marketing wonder, the whole Blair Witch thing. I think they did things that we will never fully know when it comes to marketing that and getting that urban legendary out there and stuff. But they, believe it or not, for all that they told us it was found footage and etc., $5 million budget.
Theirs was $5 million to make Blair Witch.
Yep. $5 million
I
to make that.
fucking read that it was $30,000.
No, because that would insinuate it would cost
Somebody
$30,000 if
lied.
it was really found footage. It would cost them $30,000. It's not cheap to make a movie.
Still, $5 million. I mean, that's definitely
Yeah.
got to be, you know, up there for the low budget movies.
Yeah. I mean, I would have thought Clerks, to be honest, would have been up there for the highest grossing. But so Clerks, we're looking at 27,000. It was made on a very tiny. That's something that was made with borrowed equipment. Like they called in favors and everything to make that movie. Only grossed 3.2 million.
I think what is it? Monty Python and the Holy Grail was like that. Something because
such an awesome movie.
yeah, they were like, screw it, we'll fund it ourselves. So they just got all their friends to fund it. So and it became wildly successful cult classic, and they made all their money back super easy.
Okay, so you guys, this is awkward. I'm actually gonna take a drink, even though I'm buzzed, and we're gonna check in on how everybody's doing with their liquid. I'm gonna take a drink before I say this, just a moment of silence before I come to terms with something very difficult. Before you guys and with our listening public, so just a moment. Okay,
What does that even mean?
I am not a big, nor have I seen a lot. I'm not a big fan of
Shut your
Python,
mouth!
Nor I know. I'm a comedy. I'm a big fan of comedy. I consider and I know it's so important and I need to and it's like it's the worst thing I could ever admit to.
And now
like,
for something completely different.
I've seen John Cleese. I've seen some of his work independently. I've seen Eric Idle work independently. I don't think they're bad people. I have nothing personally against the concept of Monty Python. I just, when I was developing all my love of comedy and all these different things, so much of it was around stand-up, and I just missed the Monty Python train, and it just doesn't mean that to me. And I never really have watched that much of them.
Oh, you
I'm
got
so
it,
sorry.
man.
And
No,
and
you
at the
got
same
to.
time, while y'all are hating me, because I know I violated something very sacred right here. And okay, speaking of which, by the way, Terry, if you're a Monty Python fan, you might like this. Monty Python and the Holy Grail was directed by two people, both named Terry. Just enjoy that for a minute. Anyways, so, with that said, also, I have the same relationship, although I've watched them, but I've fallen asleep. During the Star Wars movies.
What?
Yeah.
Like the originals?
Yeah, like the
Oh,
originals.
for
Because I
fuck's
tried. I wanted to
sake.
like them. I was like, these fucking matter. I have to watch them. And I haven't even done that with Monty Python. But I was like, these matter. I have to sit down and watch them. And I fucking fell asleep!
There is a million trillion movies out there, okay? But there's only a handful that you have to watch. I mean, A Clockwork Orange. You have to watch it.
I know.
Right?
I know.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. You've got to watch it.
Yeah, baby! Okay, I've seen that several times. I saw that when I was a little kid.
Anything Monty Python, you've got to watch it. Star Wars.
You gotta watch
you've
Holy
gotta
Grail,
watch
Paul. You gotta watch Holy
Oh,
Grail.
fuck. I'm so sorry.
it. The premise of the Holy Grail is a bunch of fucking lunatics that have escaped from an asylum and are traipsing across the countryside thinking they're the Knights of the Round Table. And it's absolutely fucking brilliant. Like, it's
Just wonderful.
brilliant.
I know I'm a bad person.
Right?
I'm trying to make a note right now. My computer's being fucking
The
stupid.
guy is sitting there, okay,
Yes.
and he's got fucking coconut shells that he's slapping together like the sound of a horse clopping along.
And they did that because they couldn't afford horses on the
Yes!
actual set.
Yeah. That's an old, like, folly
Oh.
trick. Yeah.
Brilliant, though.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Okay.
so funny.
Right?
My favorite quote is still, "One day, lad, all of this will be yours." What, the curtains? No, the land.
Oh god, Terry, you're killing me. You're making me miss D&D so much. Stop doing voices.
Oh, man. Oh,
But yeah,
D&D.
there's only
Breaking my
so
heart.
many movies you absolutely need to watch, and
I know.
you know, a lot of them are cult classics. And I mean,
I just-
Star Wars. I mean,
Yeah.
fucking Star Wars.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. Fuck, and I know. I just wrote down. I wrote down on a. It looks so drunk, and I don't feel as drunk as my writing looks. I just wrote Monty Python on a piece of paper, and
Python.
and I
It wasn't him.
hope and I hope I know what that means. God damn it, I'm gonna fucking watch it. I'm gonna report back to y'all.
Okay.
And we're gonna find out what happens. So, now, before we do anything else,
Do
there's
you
some
want
other
me to
things to
send
talk
you these
about.
movies?
But first... Oh, yeah! Sure!
Okay.
That way I can get them... legally.
Legally,
and
yes.
not have to risk my own viral infection on my computer. Yes,
Yeah,
please.
I'll get you a bunch of Monty Python shit, and you just have to sit there and watch it. Because
And you know what's
it's
worse?
awesome.
You know what's worse? Oh, go ahead, Terry.
I
Go ahead.
was saying, it's like, you can just go on YouTube and watch the sketches, right? Because they're, like, Monty Python's Flying Circus was just sketches.
Yeah.
I've
Comedy
done
sketches.
a teeny bit of that. I've
Right,
done a
so-
teeny bit of that.
Like, I could send you some of the funniest ones, like,
The
how to
cheese
defend-
shop.
the cheese shop, or how to defend yourself against fresh fruit.
What?
Today's lesson, the banana!
I've seen the Fat Man, the guy that explodes.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen him.
Fuck off. I'm
okay,
full.
So both of y'all hook me
Better
up.
give
Yeah,
me a
hook me up.
bucket. I'm gonna throw up.
And you know, I believe deeply in the, and Bon Jovi said this. That's somebody I remember saying it, but I know a lot of different people have, and once you get into comedy, a lot of other people have, and etc. I believe that to honor your influences and honor the people that drive you and influence you and stuff, you need to understand the people that drive and influence them, and that's how you should educate yourself on things to an extent. And you know what? I have failed so deeply in that because there's so many things that I like and so many people that I'm interested in that have been so heavily influenced and hold Monty Python in such high regard, and me not to have watched them, I'm a fucking asshole. I know.
Yeah, you are.
I'm so sorry. So,
Yeah, you are.
I want to check in, before we move on to other things, before we talk about anything else, I want to check in with y'all. How are you doing on your liquor?
I am 3 Caesars down.
Yes! Okay, wait, Ryan, where are you?
I just cracked my third.
Okay, wait, how about you're working on 8?
Yeah.
Shit, okay, so
Well,
Terry,
Here's number
you're...
4.
I'm right in between. So Terry, you're at the middle point. I
Yeah.
just emptied my first bottle of wine into my glass, but I have to drink it before I'm at the middle point.
Chug,
And
chug.
Ryan,
chug,
you're
chug.
one drink shy, so I'm like in between all of you. We're in a perfect place right now. Fucking A.
We're all drinking at the same... We all get the same alcohol to the gallon, or what do you want to call it?
Alcohol to the gallon, yeah. So okay, yeah. Okay, I want to ask something totally unrelated. This is the brilliance of doing an episode drunk, because it's gonna get crazy. Terry, you have a D&D campaign on the go in real life, don't you?
No, well, I haven't played it in like 6 months. I hopped onto my friend's campaign. They were playing 3.5 and they were playing it in Roll20, so it was a really cool experience.
Okay.
I've never played 3.5, or if I did, it was just like once. So I got to learn a lot about 3.5, and I got to learn a lot about Roll20, and but I just backed out of that because I kind of want my Sundays back to myself.
Okay, touche. So you can come get day drunk on this show.
Come get day drunk, maybe even do some other D&D stuff somewhere else.
Okay.
Like I miss playing with people, that's the thing, right? Like, Roll20 is good for convenience, but playing with people and actual miniatures and terrain, it's another whole experience. And you get to act, right? So.
That touches me somehow because I've been so into getting this going on a podcast, and you want to play with real people, and I feel you, but it makes me sad.
Yeah, okay.
I really want to get involved in D&D somehow, but I have no fucking time, and I have no fucking place to put it in my life, but I just so badly want to play D&D.
Well, you can just buy the player's handbook and just have it on your bedstand and just read it.
I have it on my phone. I could still read it every night, but I just
there you go.
like I don't even know it because I don't want to play with people that are super serious. I'd rather do a show so I can do comedy D&D. Right, like we were doing, kind of.
Like
that was
we were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that I got this new job, it's kind of like, man. Like I said, I was firing on all cylinders. I'm a 9 to 5 guy now, and it's I do the rat race, and it's like, wow, it's like I used to have so much free time back in the day.
And there's somebody who's a stranger to you, and they're a stranger to our listeners. Our listeners, I mean, my God, if you're that dedicated, fucking bless you, homie. But, if you're that dedicated, you might remember somebody named Ashton from season 1 who was a huge fan of ours, and he was always on the Facebook page and stuff, so we talked about him from time to time. We called him out on the show, and then he contacted us afterwards and said, oh my God, when I heard my name on the show, I almost spilled coffee all over my keyboard, and he was really awesome.
Ashton.
But Ashton, his brother, is somebody that I've known for a really long time. And his brother was going to get involved in this, and that was going to be our third person for D&D. So shout out Chris. He's been a good friend for like fucking well over a decade now. We're looking at like 15 years, something like that now. 15, 16, 17 maybe years at this point. Feeling old. Okay, anyways, so he was going to be our other, but there's a lot of technical. It's really difficult to record high quality audio in a phone call format the way we do when nobody's in the same room.
Right.
So there was a lot of issues organizing that, and then honestly, I'm getting busy. But as far as D&D, it's been tough to keep that going. It's been a challenge with schedules.
But
I miss it.
I miss it too. It's there. It's just more energy I have to put into other stuff. And it's just
exactly. For me, it's production time. It's all these other things. We started using sounds in the last episodes, but these things all take time, and they all take effort, and they all take things that I can be doing that, or I can be doing something that technically gets me, paid in a hand-to-mouth kind of way instead of working on that. And it's a tough position to be in. So, who knows, 3 months from now I might be talking about my day job. Maybe I'll go back to school. Who knows? But, I feel like it's going to be a big year, but for now D&D is so on hold that it's crazy.
It's so on hold, yeah.
It's so on hold. But I miss it. That was my whole point. I miss it, Terry. I miss D&D because I discovered it through podcasts. Yeah. I discovered it through Harmontown, which is so dear to my heart, and I discovered it through through Taz, through the Adventure Zone, which is also so dear to my heart. And I love these shows, and I love D&D, and the potential for it, and the improv, and the comedy that can be instilled in it. I love so much of it. And the idea that that we don't get to make the D&D anymore, I hate that. And I wish we did.
Yeah.
So, here's to D&D.
At the moment, it's this cool little nostalgic gem that we had. A little kind of... whatever it was.
I've been releasing bits and pieces. I guess on that note, if I can get this file to open quickly enough, I'll be able to see the titles. Will I really? Okay. Anyways, over this past week, several remastered episodes from season 1 have come out. Let me see if I can figure out which episodes this exactly were from this document that I have in my drive. I'm not looking at our actual hosting service. No, I cannot because I've drank a whole bottle of wine, which is great. Okay, there we go. The Legend of Ryan's Gold. That came out this week. That was the very first episode that we ever had Mr. Ryan Blair on.
That's true. Yeah.
So, yeah, I backed up from the mic, did a little bit of mic play. I hope I didn't deafen y'all.
So,
yeah.
Speaking of which...
Oh, hit us! Update!
Yeah.
This is great. The year anniversary of our show. It's time for an update. Hit us.
Okay, so I don't know if you saw my Facebook, Paul, but last weekend,
Yes.
we drove out to Quesnel, BC.
I did see that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for the 2019 Quesnel Gold Show. So that was very cool. So Gold Show, I mean, essentially it's just like a home show, or like a camping show or whatever. So people have equipment, new technologies, odds and sods for sale, and yeah. So it was. Then they had gold panning competitions, and it was just it was very, 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 very cool. We also went out to take a little peek at a gold claim, another one. And,
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are actually heading back out to Quesnel on Friday. Again.
Is this your notice? Thank you, by the way, as the producer and coordinator of the podcast you're on. Are you leaving next week?
No.
Okay.
So, but if everything goes the way we're hoping it goes this weekend, next weekend, whatever, I will be leaving for the summer.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
yeah, we are going to look at a claim out just outside of Quesnel. And it's a buddy of mine's. He's got for sale, and it's a 50-acre claim.
Okay.
So we are going to drive the RV out there, and if we decide that we like what we see out there, we're just going to leave the RV and rent a car to come back. And then this way we can bring both trucks when we go out there. But yeah, so we're super stoked. It's a really promising piece of ground.
Awesome.
And
Congratulations.
yeah, so and I mean there's some huge perks to the ground too, because it's 50 acres. So this year we're just going to do a lot of testing. We're going to do we're going to do a lot of digging, but it's just going to be a lot of manual labor because there's just no time to get the permits to bring in the machine, like big machines and shit.
Yeah.
But there's cell service out there, so that's a big plus, right? And it's about 20 minutes from Quesnel. So unlike the claims I had out in just outside of Revelstoke, it was like 3-hour round trip, 4-hour round trip to town.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is nice.
This isn't.
So this is it's 20 minutes from Quesnel.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah, it's so I mean to go get groceries and fuel and whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's we're stoked. So yeah, we're heading back out on Friday to do some testing.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
This is a good forum to announce that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, Terry, I don't know if you know, like, this is going back like a year, and I'm unwilling to think too hard about anything, but I don't know if you know that Ryan was like a bona fide gold miner.
He's a prospector.
This gentleman goes out and collects gold out
I'm
of
a
the
gold
earth.
miner.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm both.
Yeah, and
yeah.
Yeah, you're both, yeah. And I think I introduced you the first episode you were ever on. I said, this man steals gold from the earth like a fucking supervillain. Yeah, so that's what he does. I know, but I thought you'd appreciate that.
And with each bucketful, I've got my menacing laugh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's some crazy shit, cause that's why I had you on the show. The very first episode you were on, you were just on, cause I'm like, I've never known a person like that's like a game I used to play when I was a little kid and things I've seen on TV. That's my only connection to gold mining. I did not know that people still did it. I thought like just giant companies. Like, I feel like, Peoples has a contractor that goes and pulls a bunch of shit out of the ground every year. But I didn't think normal people, that, like, flesh and blood people, went out there and chose to go do this.
I was gonna say,
nowadays.
There's no normal people that do this.
Okay, touche.
No, you know what, and that was the thing. For me, it was something that did start with the shows.
Okay.
And I caught the bug a little bit, and so outside of the shows, when I first started watching them, I did a lot of research. I, educated myself on quite a bit of stuff when it came to geology, the practices of gold mining, the methods, and just, I was married and unfortunately I wasn't allowed. So, the year actually that I became separated, the first chance I got, because it was actually May 1st, 2016 that I got separated. And, I believe it was 6 weeks later, I was out on my first mine, on my first claim.
Wow,
Yeah,
nice.
And stuff. So, and then it just took off from there, right? To start buying equipment and again, just getting, and trying to get in. And so there's a huge problem with gold miners, right? We are a paranoid bunch of fucking crazy people.
You literally said that in the first episode, I think. Yeah, okay,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, we really are. First of all, we're crazy because we're doing this. Right, because it's ridiculous work, and there's no guarantee of a payout, right? I mean, it's and again, you have to know what you're doing, and even then, again, there's no guarantee of a payout, but aside from that, we're a paranoid bunch of people. So the second time, was it the first or second time I went out mining? Got my truck and I got a U-Haul trailer I rented for equipment and supplies, etc. And so it was out just outside of Revelstoke in the Big Bend. And so I'm cruising down the highway, and I got my partner with me. And there's this group of 4 trucks sitting at the dam just outside of Revelstoke. And it was almost like, in the movies, that passing slow-mo, looking at them looking at us as we're passing. It was.
I knew exactly what you mean.
And then honestly, these guys fucking jumped in their trucks and they chased us. They chased us down the highway, and I mean, this highway is super hilly and super curvy, and I mean, I think the speed limit on it is 70 for the most part.
One second. I've been drinking. Where is this?
Thank you! I'm like, I can't be the only person that's feeling like, fuck, I'm buzzed, and where are we in this?
Wait, where is this happening again?
This is just outside of Revelstoke. BC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm probably
Highway
maybe
23.
driven that highway. All right.
So that we're getting chased. They chased us for about 40 minutes. And I'm fucking got the pedal down, pulling a trailer, and I'm doing like 120 on roads that I really shouldn't be doing over 80.
Right.
Right. I don't think I slept all night because we left at like 11 o'clock at night.
Oh,
and
man.
we went to Cranbrook first to check out some claims out there. And that was just a total bust. So then we headed out to Revelstoke. And so I don't think I had slept yet. I think we tried to sleep in Cranbrook for a couple hours in the truck, but it was hot and it was just like, no, let's just get out to Revelstoke. But and these guys were miners. Now, basically, they thought we were claim jumpers. They didn't recognize the truck. It's a U-Haul trailer, so there's nothing to recognize. And soon as we got past their claim, they left. They stopped. Right?
I didn't realize gold mining was so cutthroat these days.
And it really is, and it's because there's so many claim jumpers, right? I mean, a lot of these claims that guys are working are I mean, and they call us hobby miners.
Okay.
Okay, but I mean,
you didn't mention that, I don't think.
No, but they call most miners are essentially classified as hobby miners.
Here's some dirt. Okay.
Because most aren't using huge equipment and the big wash plants and stuff like that. Like, you know, because it is very expensive to permit the land to be able to do that and stuff. But I mean, that's the direction that we're going to be going. But when it comes to the hobby miners, they're not there every day. They're not working it from start to the finish of the season. So yeah, people just go out and start shoveling on other people's claims. So yeah, I mean, it's a big deal. It is a big deal.
Okay.
So
Okay. Thank you, by the way. I'm just gonna say that for fucking adding that, because I'm super interested by all that. That's why I wanted to set up you on the show way back then, was because I didn't, like I said, I just said this fucking 5 minutes ago, I didn't realize people still did this nowadays, so that's super interesting to know all that about that. That's fucking dope. So, I just finished my bottle of wine completely. The glass is gone. There's nothing left of what came in this bottle. This was a bottle of Thank you! This was a bottle of bodacious, bold, and buttery Chardonnay. So, I wanted to take this chance, because we used to have a segment on the show, and it used to be called Chill Life. Yes. And this was an invention of a former host who's no longer with us. And he died. He died. That's
horribly.
Well, okay, anyways, I can't go down that road. Anyways, so in a raccoon attack, it was terrible. Yeah. That is a great little bit. That is a great little moment. I love that. I almost said Full House. The Family Guy skit where Peter keeps coming across the same raccoon. Oh yeah. I'm a sucker. I hate that. I hate that bit, and I love it all at the same time. It's so overdone, but it's hilarious. Anyways, because every time you're like, it didn't, it did, and it's just that's like the building blocks of comedy. Anyways, I just finished a bottle of bodacious, bold, and buttery Chardonnay. So I thought I'd take a second to shell life for that, because it wasn't bad at all. I was afraid when I opened that it was going to be like, okay, I don't drink very often, it's going to be like bitter, and it's going to be like, oh gross, I feel like a 6-year-old trying wine for the first time. But it was actually pretty tasty. It, according to the bottle, they boast aromas of vanilla, caramel, and tropical fruit, and I agree with that, having tasted it. Good shit. I like my wine. I actually used to work in a liquor store for a long time, before the pawn shop.
Have we tried this wine before?
No.
Okay.
No,
Who drinks wine?
I tried 2 kinds that I've never tried. Me! Yo, Terry! Homie! Me! I used to work in a liquor store. I'm a huge fucking wine fan. And non-domestic beer, like import beer. I'm a huge fan of both. You will never catch me with a Canadian. You'll never catch me with, like, Clear Creek or any of those things. Last time we did day drinking 1, I was drinking Stella. So, I'm a big fan of all those kind of things. I'm a huge wine fan. I don't know. I got that way working in a liquor store, though. That was the moral of my story. So yeah, don't diss wine! That's what I'm saying. You're like, who drinks wine? I'm like, what the fuck? Who says who drinks wine? I drink wine.
I do!
Homie, what the hell?
I'm not even drinking beer. I would be drinking beer, but I'm drinking Caesars, so.
I like wine.
What kind of beer do you drink?
I used to make beer.
Did you? Oh, whoa! Okay. Fuck you all! Fuck all of you! I have so many more questions now, and I gotta urinate, and I wanted to take a break, and I was gonna ask some questions. I had a structure, and then you threw all that into the fucking both of you. What the fuck?
I currently make moonshine.
So okay, wait. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to focus my questions. Okay. Which one of you makes wine?
I used to make wine. Yep.
You used to make wine. Okay. Does it take a really long time?
No.
Okay, which one of you used to make beer?
I did.
Okay, does it take a really long time?
4 weeks, usually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you need to make it?
Lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff. Like obviously a grain.
Yeah, so I did mine by boil. I did mine by extract, right? So you boil the grain, you add the malts, and then you add your hops. You boil it all down, you reduce it, so you have like a syrup, right? And then you would put that in your carboy. You would add water, or you have to cool it down. You have to cool it down as fast as you can, because it's in its danger zone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yes!
Yeah.
Okay, so I have my food safety certificate, so I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and then you pour it in, you add your yeast, no, you don't add your yeast, you add your, no wait. So it's been a long time since I made it. So you boil it, you pour it in, you add your water, and you get it, depending on how much your recipe is supposed to make, you're only going to end up, it's like syrup, right? So you pour it in, you add your water, you add your yeast, you airlock it, and then you leave it alone for 2 weeks, depending on your recipe. On some of the ones, a week later, once it's done its initial ferment, I added in blueberries, right? Or raspberries, or oak chips into the carboy. And then you let it ferment for another week or two. One time, I accidentally let it ferment for like 4 weeks. And it turned out absolutely amazing because it was like an Irish red and I had the oak chips in there forever. But the thing is, I sanitized the oak chips in like whipped cream vodka. So they had this really sweet vanilla flavor, wood chips. Oh, it was an absolutely amazing beer when I finally bottled it. So say you take 2 weeks, you let it ferment, and then you bottle it, right? So you add your sugar and everything into it for fermentation. Not fermentation, carbonation. Then you bottle it, you cap them. And I did mine with actual like bottle caps. Oh, it was awesome. And different colors for different flavors. And then you store them in a dark place, and then 2 weeks later, pop them open. Psh. And then you have like 50 beers sitting in your fridge, and you're like, well, might as well. So, I was really good at it. All my friends are like, you should open a brewery. I'm like, who's got the time?
Yeah, no shit. Okay, there's so much shit I want to check in with right now. So y'all, both of you, that are actually recording this with me, I don't give a shit about the people listening, because they might be going to work, or chopping carrots, or they don't know. But the two of you, you're good for a little while to come?
To come where? What?
Or do you're
on your chest or your chin? I mean,
I see what you did there. Okay, my point is, are you good for a little while? You got another hour and a half in you?
I got like 45 minutes.
You got 45 minutes?
Well, 3 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay, you have a heard out? Okay, you have a heard out though, Terry?
Not exactly, but I do have dishes and laundry to do.
Okay, this is
it's
weird.
Sunday,
okay,
right?
So I want to take a break. Because I want to go get my other bottle of wine, and I want to go urinate, I want to do things like that. But I have like 1,000 things in my notes now from things you've said that I want to ask people questions about shit, and I want to get to our trivia and our word of the day. We got shit to do, but this is rolling really good. So, I'm like, hey, we could record a long episode and edit some of that down and give some bonus features to our Patreon subscribers.
Hey, I'm a Patreon subscriber.
And you are a Patreon subscriber. And if people want to become a Patreon subscriber, they can do so at patreon.com/TSC podcast.
Got it.
So, yeah, frickin' A. And if people listen to the show regularly, they know that I'm not good at that sober. So it's fucking dope that I just spit that out drunk. Anyway,
I was impressed.
Yeah, I know, you should be, because you hear me choke on that every fucking week. Anyways, so yeah, so I'm okay with doing some bonus footage on here, and it's okay too if you have a heard out, but let me know, because I want to do trivia with you and all that shit first. So, I think we should take a break, if anybody's okay with that, because I desperately gotta hit a washroom, and I gotta grab my second bottle, because I don't want to half sober up in between and all that, so, is anybody else good for a break?
Sure, whatevs. You talk really fast.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I know I talk really fast. People have always told me that.
Go take a piss, buddy. I'm
not a drunk.
Go do it, bud. Go have a piss, bud. Go rock a piss, yeah.
Okay, peace. I'm all over it. Okay, bye.
Oh, man. Oh, I think Caesar's just hit me there. They're kicking in. Oh, yeah. No one's here. Ryan, you still there? Nope. I'm just talking to myself. Do. Ah.
Now, on to newer business. The winemaker's house Pinot Grigio is what I'm opening right now. You hear that
Who
snapping?
drinks wine?
I cracked it. Me! I drink wine. Other people drink wine too. And you know what? I used to work in a liquor store, and there used to be guys in there who were like, like all uppity about their beer and shit, like beer is a man's, like, you know, beer is a man's drink and etc. You know, there's that mentality. You know what? Beer is like 6%, 7%. That's what we brag about in this country compared to the U.S. Wine's fucking 12%, 13, 14, 15, 16%. So you know what? By the time I drink a bottle of wine, I've drank like a case of beer. So, you know what? I don't take shit from people for my wine drinking. You know? Fuck. It's a real thing. People drink wine, yo.
You're
Anyways,
fibbing.
I am not fibbing. It's a real thing. Okay, so anyways, okay, making wine, making shit. Okay, we talked about making beer. We didn't talk about making wine. Ryan, you're the winemaker.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And
okay,
moonshine maker.
So what do you have to say? Do you have anything to say about making wine?
That's basically the same process with wine.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
I bought beer,
Yeah.
I bought liquor, I bought wine, and they didn't ID me, even though I just shaved, and every time I shave, I get ID'd, which is weird, and I bought pot the day before, and the dispensary ID'd me, and I just shaved, so I was like, yeah, okay, so that's the thing. Yeah, I was just gonna check in with you guys, I think we accomplished that. Who wants to play some trivia?
Let's get her done.
Yeah, I think it's a good time for that. So, you know, you have a hard night of drinking, you screw yourself up, you wreck your body, your liver's mad at you, you wake up and sitting next to you, it's like, hey man, what did you do? That's kind of a Dennis Leary bit, but I butchered it. Anyway.
Yeah, you're describing my morning for me.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Yeah,
so
mine too.
What do you need at that point? What do you need when you wake up and you're all broken?
Water.
You need vitamin B. Vitamin B complex.
Okay. Terry, you're probably medically more correct, and I think if I really needed to recover, that's probably what I do. But I also, yeah, okay, never mind. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Ryan, you said
Hi.
water?
Yeah, water.
Guess what today's quiz is about?
Water.
Boo to the fucking yeah. Because I may or may not have been in the shower when I wrote it. So
I don't know, man. I don't know. And I'm going to go with this, and I'm going to let you have this one. But I kind of feel like day drinking, the quiz should have been about liquor.
No,
Yeah.
I hear you. But
Hey,
that was
there's water
too
and liquor.
easy.
Yeah, there
Water
is
and
water.
liquor.
Yeah.
So we're halfway there.
We never have themed episodes. That was just too easy. It had to be about something else. So it's about water.
Okay,
Okay.
so is the quiz about water being alien and how we know nothing about it?
Ooh. Okay, I want to talk to you more now about this.
We got to get Paul drunk more often.
There's a whole episode I want to do about the internet too and how we understand nothing about it. This is too deep. I have too many questions. You want to get things done today, so I'm going to get to our quiz before I go down that avenue at all. Okay, so we do a quiz in every episode now. I know that's not something Terry's used to, because we didn't have that kind of
Oh
structure.
man, I still have nightmares about university. I don't want to do any quizzes.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, both of us generally fail every week.
Yes,
Miserably.
yes, that's the idea. We
Okay.
get to do horrible at the quiz. Whatever I'm looking at that day, one day I was looking at paper, we had a quiz about paper. There's books in front of my desk, so we had a quiz about books one day. So it's just, it's totally haphazard. We know nothing about it. It's not based on the fact that we should know what we're doing. None of that shit. So, okay, so today's quiz is about water. Are you guys ready?
Woo!
Alright, so,
Yeah.
question number 1. What percentage of the human body is made of water?
96%.
Hang on a second there. Chill out. 50 to 60. 50 to 60%. 70 to 80%. 20 to 30%. Or 85 to 100%.
Yeah.
85 to 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Both of you?
That's
Yes.
an easy one.
Alright. It's actually upwards of 60%. You gotta keep in mind.
Oh,
you,
fuck's sakes.
you have flesh, you have muscle, you have other shit
Yeah,
going on,
that-
you have
that-
stomach acid.
No, when I'm in the shower, I'm pretty sure I'm 85 to 100% water.
And
Okay.
and I'm drinking beer, therefore my stomach,
There's more water.
more water. So
More
yeah,
water.
by default, Paul, the quiz giver, you sir are wrong.
Okay, fine, and I voted in the shower, so there you go. I guess you're both right, but you're still both technically wrong.
Yeah.
So the average human body is made of 50 to 65% water. Newborn babies have even more. ringing in at 78%.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Incredible, isn't it? And I wouldn't know that if I didn't have notes
there's
about
that,
it.
There's that weird, okay, talking about babies, there's that weird
Babies.
thing that if you take an infant and throw them in the pool, they can swim or something like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm drunk.
They say that, but you know what? Fuck all of them. Okay, I'm gonna get in here. This is why we have a quiz, because it inspires conversation along the way, not because we're actually quizmeisters, okay? This isn't fucking Jeopardy, this is a podcast. So it inspires conversation. You know what? Babies don't naturally swim. I was put in water when I was young. Like, I don't know, I was probably 4-ish.
So you were baptized.
And we went... Not quite. But Ryan asked me why I'm up at 5 a.m. on a Sunday. It's because my wife goes to church, and I get up and we have breakfast together and all that kind of stuff. But
nice.
She doesn't just go to church, she volunteers. She's actually part of the media team, so she's like running camera and doing all this high-tech shit this whole time.
So what the hell is she doing? What time does she go?
She has to be there by 7.
Holy fuck, doesn't church start at like 11?
No. Okay, it's a mega church. It's fucking nuts. Okay,
is it a cult?
The first service is at, I think, 9, if I'm correct, and then there's 3 services. They're gonna be moving up to 4. It's a full fucking rock concert, okay? It starts with what they call worship, and there's this fucking like Christian rock band that comes out and plays. Honestly, they're pretty dope to watch, but I just can't get behind what they're about. But that's a whole nother episode. Anyways, so they have a fucking lighting department. They have a camera department. They have like the live jumbotrons going at the same time. So that's what she's doing. She's on the camera, just like panning down dramatically to the lead singer when he hits his point and shit. Like, it's fucking nuts. When I see her at work, I get like misty-eyed and I'm like, that's my fucking wife up there. But other than that, I can't agree with what's going on, because I'm just not Christian like that. That's a whole nother episode. But anyways, that's why we're up at 5 o'clock on a Sunday, if you're wondering, because she does high-tech fucking shit with the church. Anyways, where was that going?
I don't know.
About that? Okay,
more trivia.
Question number 2. If an inch of water was spread over 1 acre, 1 inch of water over 1 acre, how much would that weigh?
It would weigh one. Oh, okay.
It would weigh 1 inch.
Do you know? Do you know? Because you were almost right. Okay. A, 113 tons. B, 500 tons. C, 147,000 pounds. Or D, 50 tons.
Fuck
I'll
if I know.
If you want.
It would weigh 1 acre.
Yeah. It would weigh 1 inch.
Good sir. That was
I would think the smallest number, the 30, whatever the smallest number you had.
The smallest number is 147,000 pounds, I think.
And that's C?
But I haven't done the conversion, so maybe it's 50 tons.
I would go with D.
I'm going to go with C.
That's 147,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, the correct answer is 113 tons! Both of you were wrong.
Wow.
It is.
1 inch of water.
1 inch
but
1 acre.
Yes.
I guess so.
Would weigh.
But are you talking about? See, now this is the thing. And I think both Terry and I would agree on this. Is that we weren't given enough information. A, was it salt water? B, was it reverse osmosis water?
C, where was this water located? It depends how close to the equator you are.
How close to the equator? Right. What was the weather like? Was it raining and slipping in extra drops? Right. What was the wind doing? Okay. So.
Okay. Go ahead.
Sorry. No. I by default we get it right because you didn't give us enough information.
That's wrong. But anyways. So, you know how a while ago I was saying something and I was drunk and making a podcast and I started rambling and I was like, what the fuck was I talking about? And y'all were like, I don't know what you were talking about because you're drunk and you're rambling and making a podcast. Well,
you're talking about church!
I remembered, yo! No, I was talking about swimming and salt water. You said salt water and then I was like, oh yeah, but Ryan asked me why I get up at 5 a.m. And then I got totally fucking sidetracked. My whole life, because somebody said if you throw an infant in water, they would learn how to swim. When I was really young, I went to Southland Leisure Center. I was probably about 4 years old. Both of you probably know where that is because you live in the city. Yes? Agreement?
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, I was just there recently.
Okay, and Terry's like, sure, so I feel like you don't really know. But I'm confused. Anyways, I went
You
there.
know, that leisure
Wave
center
pool.
in Southland.
Yeah, dude. Come on, man. Are you not one of the cool kids? I'm fucking ashamed.
I'm not from Calgary, so
Okay,
I'm
fine.
still learning stuff.
Okay, fine. Anyways, there's a wave
Yeah,
pool there.
Paul, leave him alone!
No, I'm a bully, damn it. Anyways, when I was a little kid, I went there and I got because wave pools, there's like an alarm that goes off and it's like, whoa, the waves are fucking coming homie. So, and I was a little kid and the waves came and they enveloped me. And since then, I've been terrified of water. So about 3 years ago, I found a swimming coach. I'm not shitting you, Terry. Fucking laugh at me. I'm hurt.
No.
I feel personally
No.
attacked right
No,
now.
it's
No,
my drummer can't swim either.
Really? Okay, that's
Nope.
awesome. That's another thing I wanted to talk about later on, but we'll see if we make.
I'm not
it.
attacking
Anyways,
you, Paul, but I
yeah.
am judging you.
So I could not swim, but more than that, fucking terrified of water. I can't explain to you. If either one of you know what it's like to be afraid of heights, same shit. In like chest deep water. Okay? It's fucking scary. I kid you not. So I came up with a swimming coach from the Netherlands a couple years ago, and he taught me step by fucking step, gruelingly, from having like my hair wet onwards and onwards and onwards, how to
Yep.
actually be comfortable in water, and kind of taught me how to swim. I'm still not good in water deeper than knee, but I'm okay at like I can get places, I can move water to physically swim. Like I can swim in a lap pool, for instance, and get from one end to the other. I can move water.
Yeah.
And he taught me how to do that, like step by step, and I recorded the whole thing, and I've been trying to put together a YouTube documentary about the process, and I have shit tons of fucking footage, and I just haven't actually got it put together. But
That's
I
a
actually
good thing
learned to
for a
swim.
YouTube documentary.
It is,
That's- yeah.
and I actually learned to swim really recently. I was fucking terrified of water my whole life, and only over the past like 4 years have I been able to have my head underwater and not panic for my life. So I'm super serious, but haha at the same time. But yeah, that's the thing. That's what I was trying to get.
So, question 3.
Question number
Yes!
3: how much of the Earth's water is salt water? 50%, 97%, 25%, or 75%?
97.
Ooh,
I'm going to go with 75.
okay. Mr. Ryan, you are wrong.
Oh,
Mr. Cherry, you are right.
Yes.
Yeah! I got that game show hosting down to a down to a fucking
but-
T, don't I? I'm making you think you're wrong.
Yes.
hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Are we talking about Norwegian saltwater? Or are we talking about Africani saltwater?
Oh
No,
yes,
we're talking about
Norwegian.
all salt water.
We learned
No,
a lot
no.
about the Norwegian.
Norwegian.
Yeah, the
culture
Norwegians.
on the last episode or 2 episodes before that. I can't believe we've done a whole year of the show, yo, just to break in with that. 97% of the water on Earth is salt water. The water found in the Earth's lakes, rivers, streams, ponds, swamps, etc. account for only 0.3% of the world's fresh water. The rest is trapped in glaciers or
Yeah,
is
and-
in the ground.
And how
See,
much of
and I
that is in Canada?
Yes, it is! That was almost one of the
Most of
questions,
it.
but it wasn't.
Oh.
See,
the
and what I
majority
didn't-
of it is in Canada, yeah.
Yes, it is.
What I didn't take into account was the amount I pee while I drink. So
Oh.
that definitely could get that up to 97%. So I just forgot about that one small detail.
Okay, there we go. Speaking of drinking, I guess I should take this opportunity to say, by the way, I meant to have a chill life earlier for everybody, and then I just talked about my wine. I'm going to talk about my wine again. The
You
winemaker's
selfish
house.
bastard.
That's what I'm drinking right now. I'm on to my winemaker's house, Pinot Grigio.
I am shilling good old classic Mott's Clamato Caesar, because there's nothing better on a Sunday morning.
Okay, can I?
And
Are
it's
you
well
the kind
into
of?
the afternoon. So.
Are you the kind of person that can't hear a gross story while you're eating, or are you okay? Terry.
Depends, I think.
Ooh, okay, you hesitated, which makes me hesitate. Now I don't know what to do. I want to tell you a story about Caesars, but it's gross. And I don't know if I should tell you.
No, please don't. I
Okay,
enjoy
sounds
my
good.
Caesars.
Question number 4. How much water is used every day in the U.S.?
Too much.
25 billion gallons. If you ask California, you're right. 100 billion gallons, 500 billion gallons, or 400 billion gallons? Yes, I know I said galleons. I meant it.
Yeah, I was about to make
What
fun
are we
Yeah,
at, Harry Potter?
I know.
thing.
I know. I wanted to make
Fucking
the hole
nerd.
so nobody else could shoot me through it. Yes.
Yeah.
Nerd!
Nerd!
Hey, I love Harry Potter too, and I know your wife does.
Yes, my wife does. My wife loves Harry Potter. You're so right. We went
Yeah.
to the Harry Potter Festival 2 years ago, but we missed this one. It was a sad thing. Yes.
I gotta say 500 billion gallons.
Wait.
I was gonna
okay,
go with number
wait.
B.
Okay, wait. Okay, you went
I
with
don't know what
number
that
B. Okay, I'll lock you in, Ryan. But Terry, you said 500 billion.
I'll go C.
C is 500 million.
Okay,
B
yes.
is 400 billion.
Nah, C. No,
Okay.
wait. A.
Wait, what? A wasn't one of the fucking things I did. Okay, so okay, you're locked in. So you said 25 billion.
Yes.
The correct answer is D. 400 billion gallons.
Jesus Christ.
Isn't that fucking insane? Okay,
It's all
nearly
poop.
half.
It's all poop.
No, nearly half of that is used by thermoelectric power generation.
Ah, cool.
Yes. Bam! See? I could write a quiz ahead of time, just count on drunk me to read it correctly. Number 5! What were the first water pipes made from? Okay.
Clay?
Okay,
Clay.
are you ready for your options?
Yeah.
Yes.
A. Clay. B. Wood. C. Copper. D. Bronze!
Wait, what was
What?
D?
D was bronze.
Oh, bronze.
Bronze, no.
Not
No,
clay.
I would go with first water. I mean, first water pipes. I mean, if we're talking like an aqueduct system, I mean, it would have been wood. But is that considered a
It
pipe?
was actually the first aqueduct systems were made out of cement in the Roman era. So, and the aqueducts came into Rome, and then if you were a rich person in Rome, you had first access to the water that was done directly to your house. And then as your tier went down, like as you were less rich and stuff, you know, then you get it's just like trickle down economics, but it's the same thing with water. It trickled down through the class of society till it went to the private baths and then the public baths, and it was all done with clay and cement. And,
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ!
I would still go with clay. I mean,
yeah.
I
Okay,
can't see bronze. I mean, like, yeah, no, I'd say clay.
Well,
okay, are both
Yeah.
of you saying clay?
yeah.
yeah.
Holy fuck, Terry! Okay, so, okay, first of all, me and my wife we had like this little Etsy shop that we used to do all this stuff about skincare and
I bought some.
Yeah, you did buy some and then you threw it at your ex-wife as you drove out of the driveway. I remember. Anyways,
Yeah, I
we
did.
used to have this thing, so we used to also do the history of skincare. And so much of what you said is so scary fucking true. Like, yes, so much, yes. Like,
Yeah.
you're right in so many ways, Terry.
Yeah.
But both of you are wrong because it was made out of wood.
Well,
Fuck me.
you can't
Terry
make
talked me out of
pipes
the
out of
wood.
wood.
Because somebody hollowed out a log and they were like, hey, water will flow through this. And then somebody that was
Well,
smarter
okay,
was like,
you
we
know
can
what?
make that out of clay.
I blame the question, right? So, I
I
think
blame
there's a
Terry.
difference between plumbing and pipes. That's the thing I got hung up on,
Ooh.
right?
Okay. I'll give
You,
you know
anybody can make a pipe out of a log because it's already a pipe.
what? You know what? I'm going to give both of you half a point.
Okay, thank you.
Just because. Why the fuck not? This is the year episode. It's actually the 50-somethingth episode. It's the year episode, so I'm going to give you half a point on that.
Yeah, we definitely got to get Paul drunk
Thank
more often.
you,
He's
our
generous.
generous and gracious host.
And drunk. Logs were used for water distribution in England close to 500 years ago. U.S. cities began using hollowed logs in the late 1700s through the 1800s. Today, most plumbing supply pipe is made from steel, copper, or plastic. Most waste, also known as soil, is distribution pipes are made out of steel, copper, plastic, or cast iron. That's the official answer. All right, number 6. True or false, and this is the last. I guess Terry doesn't know this. Our quizzes go six questions. So true or false? Frozen water is 9% lighter than water.
True. Oh, okay, I'll take it one step farther. True, and scientists don't know why.
Okay.
Oh no, Terry fucked me on the last question. So, but I, you know what? I'll take another chance with him, and I'll go true.
Oh, okay. Both of you are right.
Yeah,
you are. Okay, so water is 9%
Riding
lighter
Terry's
than water.
coattails.
Hey.
That's why ice floats, is the explanation I have for that. So, Terry, you got 1, 2, 3... don't do that to me, computer. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 questions right.
I thought there was a half point in there.
Oh, okay, 4.5 questions right.
Heck
My
yes!
bad. You got
That's a
4.5
pass.
questions right. Ryan, you obviously did not get that many right. You got, let me go ahead and count this up. 1...
1. And there it stops.
I swear I'm counting higher than that just in my head. Okay, you got 1.5.
Yes!
Yeah, you did. The only question you technically got right was the last one. Other than that, you were wrong. But Terry,
I think
you did do bad.
I think based on all my arguments, I think I've got at least 5.5 right.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
That's
you know what?
politics for you.
That's possible.
Yeah.
But that's the electoral college for you. So, Terry, what
Yes.
kind of experience do you have with improv in your life?
I am a very improvial person. I would love to go take an actual improv class, but I think I am pretty well off with the skills I have myself.
I did.
Coming from the D&D and just
Yes.
natural actor in me and such.
I think you are too. I did go and take an actual improv class, one class, and I was supposed to show up for more. And I'm so sad that I didn't, because I did it at Loose Moose, where like half of kids in the hall trained, and I was so inspired when I was there, and I'm so sad that I didn't go back.
Aw.
Anyways, with that on the table, it's time for Word of the Week!
Alright.
That was
So-
angry.
So, I know, but I backed up from the mic, so hopefully it didn't deafen you. It just had the same effect. That was my point. So, yeah, there's somebody who really knows about mic effects. Anyways, so I'm gonna hit both of you, but Terry, I don't think you've ever done Word of the Week here before, have you?
I might have. I think I did one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, the last time he was here.
Yeah.
it's all about making up a bullshit explanation to a word that you probably don't know.
Okay.
Okay,
I got this.
So I have 2 words. So, since you're so confident, I think I'm just gonna make you go first.
Alright.
Well, I can do that, because, yeah. So I'm gonna make you go first. I have 2 questions, pick 1 or 2. 2 words, should I say, pick 1 or 2.
1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Your word is profluvium. Profluvium.
Can you spell it?
Profluvium.
Profluvium.
Hit me! It's time. Let the bullshit begin.
Well, Profluvium is the area where oh, one sec. Profluvium. Fluvium.
You're hating going
Profluvium.
first, aren't you?
Yes. I had this in my head and the word was not what I wanted it to be. But
Congratulations.
profluvium is the area in between highways where water runs off and there are cranberry patches.
What? Okay.
Yes.
I'll take it. Ryan, you have an infinite list of words, right?
I have what?
An infinite list of words?
No! Wait!
I have.
I've got it! Profluvium
Okay.
is the actual name of a union in London for chimney sweepers that are pro cleaning the flues.
Oh god, I love Mary Poppins so much that I'm gonna take that answer wholeheartedly.
There we go. Sorry, that took a little
Chimney. Okay.
Chimney,
wait,
Jim,
Ryan?
Jim, true.
True. Yes. Ryan, do you have a list of words?
Okay.
I'm allowed to Google it now, right?
Yeah, I got words. I always
Okay,
got words.
because I think I want to play too today. So,
Okay.
So Terry, profluvium.
I actually know what profluvia means.
Oh, really?
That's gross.
Okay, wait though, because I have a word for you too, so I don't want you to play the game on profluvium.
All right.
But no,
So-
but I'm just saying I know what it means. So
Do
can
you- what is
can
it?
I be smart for once?
Yes.
Well,
be
it's
smart
actually like it's like a huge flow of like bodily fluids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's what it is. Yeah,
So
that's what it
jizz is a profluvium.
Yeah.
For
And
some
then
guys, yeah.
Yeah, for some
flowing
guys.
forth. Okay, well, I don't want to tromp all over that. I wish that was the definition, but it's a flowing forth of copious flow or discharge, as in
Of
I had a bad
fluid.
cold. There was quite a profluvium of from my nasal passages.
That's what I
example
said,
Google
so-
gives you, yes.
I don't. Yeah, that's what I
So
said.
I don't give a shit if you were right. You have your own word. So Terry, you were wrong.
And you
of
know,
course.
you know what's
I still
funny?
like my
You know what's funny?
Yeah, I like yours better too. Yeah, okay.
Do you know how I know that word?
How?
It's a funny story. I googled it.
Okay. Wow, that's cheating. That's cheating.
No, because it's not my word.
Touche. Your word, Ryan, is high rate.
High rate.
High rate. With a T.
Spell it. High rate.
H-I-R-A-E-T-H. No Googling it, you motherfucker.
No, I know I would never do that.
I know. You played this game a lot. Okay, what is a high rate?
Well, actually, funny enough, I actually do know what this means, and no, I do. It applies to mountain climbers,
Okay.
right? There's a specific point at which the oxygen level becomes so low
Yes.
that you start feeling effects and stuff. And so a lot of guys that are climbing Everest and shit, and they got to use the oxygen tanks, know about high rate, because that's actually I mean, it's not a barrier, but like the barrier from you know the one area where it's still accessible to breathe without oxygen, and then they get past that through that barrier where the oxygen becomes so low that they need the I mean, they can still breathe, but they start feeling the physical effects and everything like that. But that's what, you know, they need the oxygen tanks for, to regulate and be able to breathe properly in those high altitudes.
So,
But yeah, the high rate is like that
okay.
that point of no return area where
Thomas!
now you need oxygen and shit.
Okay, hang on 1 sec. I'm gonna answer my door. Give me 1 sec.
What? It's probably ordered fucking toilet paper from Amazon again.
Oh, I just opened my 6th Clamato. I forgot to tell you guys. Hey.
You are apocalyptically wrong.
No.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
A high rate is a deep, wistful, nostalgic sense of longing for home. A home that is no longer, or perhaps never was. A yearning and wistful grief for people and things long gone.
1 sec. I'm
mellifluous.
taking that as my new band name.
Yeah, fucking A! Okay, so that's fucking perfect, because I want to transition into that. For people that forget where you came from, and for Ryan, who has no idea, really, I don't think, who you are, do you want to talk a little about that? And I mean, maybe if you want to talk about that from the standpoint of, have you ever met maybe, like, a crazy person who was, like, obsessed with the band or something? Or do you just want to talk about your experiences?
About longing for home?
No, about being in a band. You
Oh,
silly
you're talking
turtle.
to me. I totally
Yes.
went.
You, the only person who's ever toured professionally
Oh,
in a band. You,
I was
yes.
busy typing up my. So, for those that don't know, I am starting up a new band with my 2 other ex-members. We're just gonna play like some local covers around town. That we're like, I'm so done with touring and the band lifestyle. Like, you know, it really sucked when it was like, I'm going on vacation. Oh, what are you going to do? I'm going to sit in a truck across Canada. I'm going to stay up to 3 a.m. every night and then be back on the road by 8 a.m. every morning. It was fun. It had its moments. I met my wife through touring. So
Yeah.
really funny Facebook posts and stuff. Someone was like, oh, you should go on tour. I'm like, nah, man, I can't tour again. Touring makes me fat. And he was like, no, man, touring gets you married. And I was like, yeah, that's true.
Touche.
I miss playing on stage, though. It was so fun. Just for a person that, wants to be the center of the attention, being on stage was always a lot of fun. So I miss it. And, doing the whole band thing and, playing on a Monday night in a back-ass water town to 2 people. Sometimes it's a lot of fun. Sometimes it's boring as fuck. So.
Okay. Or discouraging, maybe? Is that a factor?
It's not that it's discouraging. It's
Okay.
like you're there to make money because you got to have shows to make money when you're on tour. So, but, you got to play a Monday night somewhere. You got to, the promoter might give you a guarantee or you're just there because it's somewhere to play and spread your name.
Okay.
But,
any
yeah.
crazy fan stories?
Some guy in Coaldale.
Okay.
Okay. This is more just a crazy story. We showed up to play a bar in Coaldale, and the promoter or the bar owner, whoever put on the show, didn't get any PA equipment, so there was no mics or anything. So the band that was helping put on the show was super pissed. So they had, the show was late because they had to run to a music store and get PA. So this core band gets on before us and just destroys the shit out of the roof, smashing their guitars into everything. And it's because they were pissed at the owner for not getting the PA. And we're like, whoa, this is hilarious. And then some total just cracked out dude comes over, and we had all these fake candles as part of our merch display. And the guy walks over and picks up a candle and tries to light it. But it's one of those fake battery operated candles. I'm like, dude, fuck off.
You're melting
No,
my
man,
plastic.
your candle isn't lit. I'm like, it's not a real fucking candle.
Okay. Well, I don't think I've ever been drunk enough. I've been drunk enough that I've blown out a lit candle and splashed wax all over my face.
Oh, I've done that.
Yeah, that's a painful experience. Of course, not at the time, because you're drunk, but after the fact, it's a painful experience. So, I guess, for both of you now, what's maybe your worst or your first, or whichever one trumps that, your worst experience drunk, because we're doing day drinking, goddammit.
Didn't we cover this?
I don't think we did.
Yeah, we were talking about it, and we were talking about drinking cough syrup and shit. With
Oh, God, with Scotty Moore.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a good episode. If you haven't heard it, go check out. Scotty Moore is the host of a show called Fun Fiction, and when we had him on the show, we talked about the weirdest shit we'd ever done with hallucinogenic drugs. Which led us to talking about drinking copious amounts of cough syrup.
Wow.
But I don't think that really catered to the drunkest we've ever been, just the most inebriated and confused that we've ever been.
Well, okay, I've got a story.
Okay, so hit me.
So I was about 20-ish, and I'll point out that due to this occurrence, I was given the nickname Two Butt Blair.
Two what?
Butt.
What?
Like
Okay.
as in two ass.
Okay, do tell. I
Because,
want to know how you ended up with that.
I ended up with a second asshole.
Okay, I still need more information. This
So
sounds
we were
like
out
it should
at
be on Pornhub.
we were out at a party. Somebody had put ecstasy in my drink. I knew about it.
Okay. That's cool then.
I hadn't eaten all day, hot as fuck out. I'm basically drinking Crown Royal from the bottle. And yeah, everything. I mean, pretty much the whole night is a blur.
Okay.
But apparently, I stumbled off into the woods, and I fell.
Okay.
And I just happened to fall on a sharp tree stump.
Oh. Okay.
So it hit me right in a sweet spot and punctured my bowel. And so I had 2 holes that were capable of pooping. That happens.
Okay.
You got
Okay.
the split stream going out the other end.
This is a great story. Yeah.
Yeah. So I ended up, I guess then I ended up like, I mean, I don't remember falling. I don't, but it had torn through my pants and through my gitch. And so I had a hole through there as well as through my butt cheek up into my bowels. And then so I was walking to find help.
Okay.
So instead of going back to the party, I ended up like wandering to this house, and it was something totally out of a horror movie, because the guy's house, like his yard was all horror, like a hoarder. And I was like knocking on the door, and like, because I want someone to call an ambulance or something, and I vaguely remember this part, right? And so I guess nobody's answering the door, so I tried the door, and I was just walking through some random guy's hoard house, going, hello, help. And then the guy, at some point, a few minutes of being in the house, the guy came out of nowhere with a shotgun while I was in his fridge for some reason.
You were in his fridge?
His fridge, yeah.
Dude! Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so I used to live in a little fucking good-for-nothing little town of like 4,000 people, give or take. And there was this guy who got in a car accident, and he like flew through the windshield, and he fucked his shit up. And he started wandering, and he had no idea where he was going. And he wandered into somebody's house, and that person thought that he was breaking in. So they took him hostage and like chained him up in the basement and called the cops. And then when they got to him, they found out that he was like a totally normal guy, not trying to break into shit, but his brain was mush from flying through a windshield. And that's all that makes me think of.
That's awesome. So
I know!
And you know what? I honestly don't remember how I ended up in the hospital. I don't know if someone from the party found me and drove me, or I'm not really sure. And then so I was in the hospital for about 3 weeks.
Wow.
Because they had to do some shit. And apparently I was like, I don't know, millimeters or a centimeter or a quarter inch or something. I don't know, but just a very minimal amount. I was like so close to ending up having to have a poop bag for the rest of my life.
Oh,
wow. Well,
so can you imagine?
Congratulations
At 20 years,
on landing that.
Yeah, 20 years old. You think that would fuck up my sex life a little bit? Yeah, I think so. Hey, baby, I just gotta go change my poop bag. Right?
Hey, at least you always have a bag full of shit to throw at people.
Oh,
yeah, I can be a monkey. Back to our roots. Absolutely, that would be good. I could have used that a few times throughout the years. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, that's probably one of my worst drunk stories. Is it the worst? I don't know. I mean, I'd have to really think about that. There's been so many.
Okay, touche. I feel like I've told my worst drunk story on the show, so I want to like bypass me and say, Terry, what the fuck? What's your worst drunk story? What's the worst you've done drunk? I want your shame. I want to feel your shame through my microphone right now.
I think it's shameful drunk stories. I'm sure if some of my roommates were home, I could ask them. They could tell me some stories where I was just dumb. I know there was one Easter. Actually, it was probably about 2 years ago on the date because it was Easter long weekend, and I got.
Oh yeah, okay.
So, because I had just taken over the lease, and like new roommates had moved in, and I'm all excited. Like, this is my house now! Yeah! And I got so drunk that I was just like crawling around on my stomach over top of vinyl records. They're like, Terry, get off the vinyl, and I'm like, go back even more years, during the last day of classes at university, we're all fucking tanked. And me and my friend Robin were like, let's go do a naked slip and slide. Because the house across the way had a slip and slide set up.
Okay.
So we went and did the slip and slide, and I almost cut half my nipple off because there was a piece of glass under there. And I got a piece of glass in my foot. And I thought, oh, it's not so bad, right? I got like, a line of blood down my chest, and I'm dragging blood everywhere through my foot. And luckily we had someone on hand to deal with this kind of shit that was sober, so he's patching me up. And my friend Robin walks in and he goes, hey, Terry, look at this. And I'm not kidding, from like just to the left of your dick, down to your knee, on the inner thigh, he had sliced himself open on the same piece of glass. And I'm talking like a perfect scalpel cut. Right down. Like you could see the muscle striations underneath.
Yes.
Oh, that's not good, man. He's like, yeah, I know. I got to go to the hospital.
Oh.
So he went to the hospital, and, he had to get, like, freezing in and around his dick, and he said the nurse was laughing and stuff. But they also said that it's like, if he had slip and slide an inch to, like, the left, he would have unzipped his dick, and that was the end of it.
Oh.
So, it happened to a friend of mine, not me.
Yeah, they could have turned him inside out. He could have lived the rest of his life as a woman.
I'm trying to remember another one way back in my first days of university. Went to a place called the Royal downtown. I think it's called the Roxy now.
Okay.
Downtown Vancouver. And they had like triple Long Islands on special for like $10. And so it's just like triple Long Island
was designed to kill people. That's the only
and
purpose.
so like after 5 of those, I was on the stripper pole dancing.
Oh my god!
Yeah, the girls loved me that night. And I just remember, it was the only time it's ever happened to me, being like, I was back at the house and like walking around with a beer in my hand, and literally I looked at the floor and was like, yep! And I just smacked on the floor, like full on, my body's like, you're done, pass out, on the floor. I have lots of other more embarrassing moments.
Speaking of being smashed on the floor, Naomi and I are having drinks the other night, on Monday, I believe.
Wait,
and,
is this your face scar?
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, I was considering doing this as a video stream for Patreon, and then I thought, okay, first of all, me drinking, trying to manage a video stream and trying to get all that together, this probably isn't a good idea. But second of all, Ryan has a huge, like, he looks like he got punched in the face by a razor blade, and that was another reason why he didn't want to do a live stream. So I have seen the damage to your face, and it looks like your tooth went through your lip. So now, with that said, please tell us the story, okay?
Well, it's not much of a story, really.
Okay, go ahead.
It's just we were having drinks or whatever, and towards the end of the night, it was time to retire to the bedroom. We were in the living room, and I don't know. I think she was saying to me, I probably couldn't even walk or something. I don't know, and I'm like, well, let's have a stand-up contest.
Oh no! Fuck, really?
Yeah. I go to
you fell down. That's what I thought. Okay.
Well, no, yeah, I didn't actually stand up. I ended up fucking ass over tea kettle, man. And full weight of my body and face smashed into a wood table twice on the way down.
Okay.
And I had my bottom teeth went through my bottom lip. And then I'm not sure my top teeth, but I got this like massive bruise on the left side of the top of my left side of my face and top of my lip. And like it's numb as fuck. It's still numb as fuck. And my left side of my face was swollen like I'd been stung by a bee.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was good times. So my face is not so pretty right now.
No, this was how many days ago?
Monday,
okay. Oh, yeah, so this wasn't a long time ago at all. Wow, okay. No, I looked at the pictures and I thought your top teeth went through your top lip. So, given that it was the bottom lip, your face is fucked in general right now. You landed hard, and you have a lot of weight. Okay, so just for the record, like, I weigh, like, I don't know, like 120 pounds soaking wet. Like, when I go to buy jeans, they haven't made my size since Freddie Mercury died. So, I'm like an anorexic fucking little string bean. But let's put this in perspective, Ryan. How much do you weigh?
Oh, fuck, I gained a ton of weight, man. I'm not real happy about it. I got fat, so I'm about 265 right now.
So you landed on your face with 265. That's my point.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
like, you landed on... If I landed on my face, there'd be a lot less weight driving my face into the ground. You landed with enough force to, like, drive your motherfucking face into the ground. That's so,
I feel like... But I also feel like Naomi may have pushed me to cheat. And I have brought this up to her, and she denies it. But you know, it's funny because like nights get foggy sometimes when I drink, and I wake up with bruises in the weirdest places, and cuts in the weirdest places. And she's straight up admitted to boot fucking me while I'm passed out.
Well, 2 weeks ago you had marks on your face, and the reason was because Naomi had kicked the shit out of you while you were sleeping.
Yeah, boot fucked me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, and I mean this is a reality. So I think probably in order for her to win the contest, as I was getting up, she just pushed.
Okay.
And then I fell over, so I was disqualified. So she automatically won.
Okay, fair enough. Terry, now you see what I have to deal with.
I've got one.
Okay, hit me. And
I
then
got one
hit
that I
you with
remember.
my drunken story. Okay, hit me.
Okay, so I remember it was St. Patrick's Day a long time ago, and I had drinking the majority of one of those mini kegs of Heineken, and a good chunk of Growers as well.
Okay,
and then I hotboxed an elevator, and I had just bought new sliding gloves for my longboard, right? So I was excited to try them out. So I went to the local parkade and started ripping down, and I think I fell. Because the next thing I know, someone was tapping me awake, being like, "Hey, buddy, you okay?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I just fell." And they handed me my longboard, and so they were all. This was during the Olympics in Vancouver, but it was the Paralympics. So all the volunteers were still there. So there was volunteers in the parkade, and they're like, "Yo, buddy, you okay?" Oh, yeah, fine. And I grabbed my board and I went off back home. He pulled up into the courtyard outside my house, and I was like, "I'm gonna do one more loop around." And I totally biffed it, and I was even wearing a helmet, and I landed on my face. And I like a black eye, bloodshot eye kind of stuff. Like I landed right on my face, and again, my friends came over. Everyone living in the house was like, "Terry, you okay?" I'm like, "Call an ambulance." I don't feel so good.
Everything about that made me feel young, right down to when you said you biffed it. That made me feel so young.
I had some absolutely awesome biffs stories on the longboard, but that one takes the cake because I landed on my face outside of my house. Like I was 2 steps away from being done, and I biffed it right there, and it landed on my face. So and my friend Mike comes over, Terry, you okay? Here, smoke this. You'll feel better.
So you were a total skater.
I was a longboarder. I was never a skater.
Oh, okay.
I was a longboarder.
Far be it from me to offend.
Different.
Yeah,
I go for
I
speed.
hear ya. Okay, touche. But compared to me, who was a complete stoner in high school, you were definitely on that side of the board.
That has nothing to do with mustard on eggs.
So that has everything to do with
everything. That's what we were talking
mustard
about.
On eggs. Terry, you have fucking changed me as a human being.
Thank
Stone
God.
Cold sober. I watched the CW's Flash. This goes back to our cinematography conversation. The CW has renewed the Flash, and I watched that, and I eat mustard on eggs. Fucking so many days a week. You have no idea. You have changed my perception.
It's just the best. And
once we're done,
it's different types of mustard on different types of eggs.
Yes,
There's so many combinations.
It has to be special mustard. So I make scrambled eggs and I put like a Dijon sweet mustard on it.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
Do
Okay,
it.
once we're done wrapping this up, I am gonna go and scramble up a couple eggs, and I will put some fucking mustard on them just to be able to weigh in on this shit.
Dude, why stuff it mustard? Put everything on them.
Yeah.
Like
That's
my
what-
balls?
What do you mean?
No, like put some barbecue sauce, some mustard, some mayonnaise, and ketchup on your fucking eggs, and tell me how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, you've crossed the line, sir.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have not.
You
There
crossed-
is no
Yes,
line.
you have crossed the line, sir. You can't handle the truth.
I love that I have a distorted audio sample of you now. That's awesome. You can't handle the truth is the title of this podcast. Now, I didn't think I was gonna like this. I like mustard on eggs. You mentioned like a shitload of things. I don't even know how to address this. Mustard? No, wait, mayonnaise. Mayonnaise?
Yeah, I
on
put
French
mayonnaise
fries?
and mustard on my eggs.
No, wait. Hold the eggs. Mayonnaise on French fries or tater tots is the fucking bomb. Now,
Yeah,
However, Paul,
Hey. Okay, go ahead.
mayonnaise is used with eggs to make egg salads. So the mayonnaise part isn't what's freaking me out here.
Ooh.
And
Okay,
creamed eggs on eggs.
also mustard and mayonnaise are in a lot of egg salads are mixed in together with an egg salad sandwich.
Oh, that sounds delicious right now.
Okay, touche. And I want to eat more egg salad sandwiches, and I'm pretty sure I have a sticky note on my PC that reminds me of this, but I haven't had one in a really long time. So, okay, touche. But mayonnaise and fucking French fries. Right now, I need both of you to tell me quick, concise package. Mayonnaise and French fries. Go.
Yes.
It's a very Montreal thing to do.
Fuck you, make me miss D&D. I hate you. Okay.
I'm down for mayonnaise. I'm down for French fries and mayonnaise. I'm also down for French fries and mustard.
No,
Okay.
they serve that to you in Montreal. They bring you mayonnaise with your French fries. It's
Is
a
it-
Quebec thing.
Is it pure mayonnaise or is it fry sauce?
No, it's mayonnaise in a little fucking ketchup packet, but it's a mayonnaise
No.
packet. And
Okay,
you can
'cause
squirt it along your French fries, and it's fucking awesome.
Okay, they also have BYOB restaurants. Have you seen this? Did you live in Montreal?
No, I only
Okay,
work in Montreal.
They have BYOB restaurants. You can bring your own fucking liquor to the restaurant. And then they serve you food to go with your liquor.
Ain't
It's
that
so
nice?
dope. They'll bring you glasses. If you have Caesars, I know you're drinking Caesars today, Terry.
I'm
if
not
you have-
drinking any more Caesars because I'm all out of booze.
Are you all out? Oh no! That means the show's gonna come to an end soon! That's
I'm
fucking
You're all out of
horrible.
booze too, Paul.
That's okay. No, I'm not. I have
Nah,
half a glass
he
and
still
I have
has to
about a
deal with
quarter
his
of a
wife.
wine. Yeah!
I've got a beer and a half left in front of me, but I got 4 more in the fridge.
But you
Oh,
know
okay,
what I
wait.
do have? I have life after this, and that just does.
So, Terry, I know that you've drank 6 Caesars, right?
Yeah.
And you're good. You have life ahead of you. That's cool, because I think I'm going to go outside after this. I'm going to confront the public, which is
that's
awesome,
what I
'cause
wanna
I'm
do.
hammered.
I
Ryan
feel like I
Bowen
gotta go
laughing.
outside, but I'm stuck doing homework.
Yeah.
I don't know
okay.
why. I don't
hope
know why
answered.
we didn't.
Spoiler.
Why didn't we plan this out where we all got drunk doing a podcast and then all went out in public together to see what kind of, while filming it for a YouTube channel?
Oh! Okay, where is everybody right
We're
now?
not
Wait.
that. We don't think ahead that far.
No, we're not that
That's
close.
maybe that'll be day drinking take 3.
I have a feeling
maybe.
that that'll be an episode because I know where we can rent that facility, but we can't drink there. So I have a feeling that's going to be maybe something that happens in the future. I'm just saying. Okay, I don't even know what I was saying. So hey, do both of you guys think it's time to end this show?
I gotta piss like a racehorse, so.
Oh yeah, okay. So that's an old school saying. So that's fucking awesome. That's okay,
I pee in a
so-
cup, so I'm good.
Yeah,
You
okay,
did what? You
so-
cap?
So first of all, yes, I preach the fucking ministries of putting mustard on fucking eggs. Rock and roll. Mario Kart Cemetery, we dealt with that. 1 year? What the fuck, man? I want everybody to say something about 1 year of the Total Stick Cast. Let's go. So, I want to say, 1 year of the Total Stick Cast, I never fucking expected this. All I do is come here and say whatever the fuck I want to say, which is totally awesome, and twice now I've gotten drunk while doing so. So, rock fucking roll. So, Ryan, who's for ready? I'll let you guys pick.
I'm
Who's
good.
ready?
I'm good to go.
You're
good to go.
Okay, Ryan, hit
Yeah.
me. What does 1 year of the Stick Cast mean to you? Go!
I think the 1 year of the Stickcast is absolutely amazing. A lot of podcasts, Paul and I discussed this on a prior episode. A lot of podcasts, I believe it was 75% of the first year disappear that are still out there. So, the fact that we're still here and that we're still recording shows we're passionate. And we hope the listeners are absolutely loving our content.
We're here!
And you can find us on Facebook, you can find us on Twitter, you can find us on Patreon for all the bonus content.
Yeah.
We have a phone number that I'm sure Paul will be really happy to share once I'm done.
I'm gonna be
Give us a
giving
call.
that to you in a second.
Yeah, let us know what's going on. But this is fantastic. I have had an absolute blast doing this show, and I, all I can really say is, here's to another year. So
Hey, cheers!
Yeah, cheers to that.
That's awesome. Okay, hit me, Timmy!
No, I've always had a blast. This is like, I answered to this for Kijiji ad.
Yes, you
Yeah,
did.
just because I was like so into D&D at that point in my life, which was 8 months ago, and I was like, I'm gonna do everything I can to do D&D shit, and then it totally went. But you guys are still here. You still have me on the show, and I love it. And it's actually a great stress reliever to come on and just bullshit with people I've only met once or haven't even met. And to all the listeners that are out there that still listen, good on you. Keep listening. The Total Stick Cast ain't going nowhere. Every now and then Paul will drag me out of my fucking endless loop of a life to come do this. And it's a good outlier of data to do. And so thank you to all listeners and happy 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
Whoa, well said. Cheers to that.
Drink booze!
Very well said. I don't know, just to all of you, thank you for listening for a fucking year of this shit. We've done 52 weeks of Stickcast. I can't believe anybody still listens, and last week we actually hit a surge where more people were listening during our last week of production than were listening through the first chunk of that. Now, through the history of the Stickcast, we've had a whole bunch of different things happen. We've been hacked by anonymous sources. We've been hacked by anonymous sources who we know what they were. Okay, continue your laughter. You're making it hard for me. We've gone through all kinds of shit, and we're still here, and we're still making shows, and I'm super proud to still be making this, and I hope that the diehard group of people that still tune into this have thoroughly enjoyed this 1 year celebration. And we've got Terry here and we've got Ryan here, and that's awesome because I think they met on one episode, and I think that was the only episode you've done together. Am I right?
Yes,
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So fucking crazy because I've kept this thing going for like 60 some odd episodes, and you guys have only met once, and you're both listed as co-hosts of the show. So fucking A. So
Fucking
you guys,
A.
if you've been listening this whole time, there's actually bonus content. Can you believe there's something we don't believe in this show? That's unfucking believable. And you can find out more about that at patreon.com/TSC podcast. And there you'll find bonus episodes that we do roughly once a week, give or take. And we play like games like Would You Rather and different things like that.
Oh, hey, we didn't play Would You Rather.
No, we did. Do you want to, Terry?
Okay, would you rather finish this podcast or go have a piss?
Oh shit! Well, we could take a third break, but you know what? I want to have another episode with the three of us. So that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna let that sit. I'm gonna say Terry needs to really piss really badly, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's what happens when you drink. We all have to piss really badly, and let's face it, deep inside, all of you need to piss really badly. Maybe it's a secret you need to get out. Maybe it's a feeling you haven't acknowledged, but you all need to piss really badly, even if it's just into your soul. Anyways.
Wow, you're drunk.
We've done a shit ton of episodes of this thing, and I'm super proud of it, and thank you all for fucking tuning in. And there's I'm not even going to say a number, but there's a small handful of people that have continued to tune in even after our
feed changed, and even after the show fell apart and got rebuilt again after season 1. So thank you, you crazy motherfuckers, for continuing to listen to us. This is 1 year of the Total Stickcast. I'm super fucking proud of it. I'm super fucking proud of Day Drinking Q in the episode we've done today. So guess what? Taylor, you remember how the show ends, don't you?
Of course I do.
Okay, good. So why don't you guys go and follow us at Total Stickcast on fucking Twitter and Facebook, both of them equally. If you want to email us, you can do that at totalstickcast@gmail.com. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Go ahead, reach out to us, tell us how much you love us, and please, for you, the handful of people who have continued listening to us this whole time, thank you so much. And why don't you email me and tell me your story? Tell me why you keep
Call
listening
us!
to us this long. Call us if you want to. If you want to call us, thank you, Ryan. You subliminally reminded me. You can call us at 1-587-997-4697. If you subscribe to the video feed, you know I'm holding up a little piece of paper to remind me of that. But you can call the Total Stick Chat hotline at 1-587-997-4697. If you select option 2, you can say whatever the fuck you want. At 2 o'clock in the morning, you can call that phone number and tell me about your crazy ex. You can tell me whatever you want to, and we will play it on the show. You crazy motherfuckers. Thank you so much for listening! Fucking 1 year of the Total Stickcast. Bye!
Thank you for joining us on the Total Stickcast. The Total Stickcast is available wherever you listen to podcasts, including Google Play, Apple, Spotify, and Stitcher. We appreciate your ratings and reviews as they help other people find us and help us to grow. Please take the time to let us know what you think. The Total Stickcast is hosted and produced by Paul Johnson and features Ryan Blair and Terry Savage. You can connect with Paul Johnson directly on Twitter at OffTheLP or at everythingpaul.net. That's everythingpaul.net. You can find the Total Stickcast on Twitter and Facebook at Total Stickcast. You can also reach us by email at TotalStickShow@gmail.com. My name is Larry G. Jones, and this has been the Total Stickcast. Thank you for making us a part of your day.